What's up, team honeys, team King, and always it's KingBritneyChanel. I am back with another video. So we already knew like TS have responded to TK's video, and basically if you didn't know, there was some I would say some words exchanged, and TS and fam basically want to take action against TK. TMZ is now, reporting on this, so it has made mainstream news, and I'm gonna give my commentary on this whole situation, honey. Before we get started, definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope y'all enjoy my commentary on this. Right, if you are a new subby, if you are an old subby, definitely make sure you hit that notification bell and frequent the channel often so that YouTube knows to recommend my videos to you. Now let's get started. Like, I really don't understand why TS and fam is coming for Tasha K. Like, I'm just baffled at this whole thing, and partly because I feel like TK has always been, like, for me watching her videos, very adamant on her position about the parents that play, a part in some of these situations with some of these young women and K. And also, she has said that in the past that she always has felt that TS and fam, was doing a bit too much with certain situations, like certain situations such as that intervention, the situation such as them telling the world that their daughter had a gift that you don't want to receive. So it was interesting to me because a lot of y'all have felt this way. I semi felt that way, but I still felt like I had compassion for the family and the situation they was in. I personally feel like as time went on, though, especially with this situation with Joy and this mysterious, Patreon and Instagram, I kind of just felt like the whole situation rubbed me the wrong way as a viewer and somebody looking at it from the outside that's, blogging about this whole situation. And it rubbed me the wrong way due to the fact that instead of you having concern for, somebody possibly impersonating your daughter, or somebody, somebody coming for your daughter's story, or somebody trying to really kind of fraud the public or defraud the public out of their funds, you speaking on, Tasha K, who has not said nothing different than what she has been saying this whole time. She's always said that she felt, that maybe that the daughter wasn't coming home, the daughter Joy wasn't coming home due to the fact that they was going, above and, they was just doing too much. They was just going over the top, I would say, with things that they would do. And an example of this, because one of my honeys sent me a video of them on Sister Circle, where I think it was Drea and them, and they was doing like a full interview. I will put the link to what I'm talking about in the description to this video, and during this during this video, and also I'm gonna put it down in the comment section so that y'all can check this video out to see what I'm talking about. I'll put it in the description as well. So pretty much, y'all, when they was on Sister Circle, they were asked, okay, because they were telling their daughter's story or whatever, making their media rounds as usual in front of the camera, and they were asked, what was going on with the whole situation. But in particular, the thing that stood out to me, they were asked how their daughter was kind of held, and basically kind of not free to go, because basically what it was at the time is folks was going around saying that she was being, you know, held kind of like against her will, and then it kind of switched to, oh, it's a mental thing. But that's what the initial statement was. So the host, they asked him something, you know, of that nature, like how was she held by K, right? And UCTS proceeds to talk about how the girl, like, I don't understand how you could tell this to the world about your daughter, but he proceeds to say that he took Joy, I guess, to the clinic or whatever, to the clinic, and found out that she had and he said, this is his words, that she had cla, and it ends in at the end. Okay, y'all could get y'all get the gist of a gift that you don't want to receive that start with cla and ends in honey. We gonna keep it like that. We gonna keep it like that. So when I heard that part, my mouth just dropped, because I'm trying to figure out how you just, the question wasn't even about that. It was about how did they feel like Kay was, you know, holding her, you know? So I'm trying to figure out why you bust out your daughter medical situation or her status. I was like, yo, that's, to me, that showed me right there that this is a person that would stop at no point of, you know, trying to finesse for a check or a story. Because I don't understand why you would put that much of your daughter business on Front Street. And if folks would come for CI about, you know, doing a V card check on his daughter and just making a joke about that, then surely I'm like, okay, this is clearly somebody that is dealing with some issues that they will put their daughter on Front Street. That's what the situation reminded me of. Somebody that is just toxic, that would just blurt their daughter's business to the world with no regard for her emotional and mental state. If you are saying the things that you're, you know, claiming that Kay is doing, and you, like, a lot of people is claiming that the dude did certain stuff. I believe certain stuff. I don't believe certain stuff. And what I kind of believe is, I think that Kay is a messed up individual who was messed up from when he was in his youth, and he turned into an adult who did not have the brakes on, and people just was yes people and enabled certain behavior, and he just grew into the individual that he was. And I also think that also due to his celebrity and fame, that people is trying to capitalize off that. I firmly believe that. And the fact that when I heard that on the video, I was like, wow. So then the host, you know, he continues to explain himself. So, you know, see, I'm talking about TS, because I'm shocked at this point. I'm like, I knew they had told the world before, but I didn't know that they told the world in this way. Like, one of my subbies brought it to my attention again. So, you know, he announces that, you know, the daughter had, you know, okay. Then after that, he proceeds to say that other, you know, testing was being done, and that her roommate was treating her, and that the girl had the her with a P at the end, the her, okay. And I'm just like, what kind of dad would put their daughter on Front Street? But then it just made me think about the audio clip that TK played. You know, oh, I'm gonna get my millions, right? That part, it just really stuck in my head, because it's just like, I told y'all before, I felt like the more salacious the story and the more juicy the story is, the people want a piece of that. But I don't even know what kind of media outlet will put that up on a platform, when honestly, if the girl Joy wanted to take action against even her people and the network, I don't even know why these people allowed them to get up on a platform and say all that. You feel what I'm saying? Because this girl is an adult. Her business, her personal business, and her status is her own business, and whoever she is choosing to be on that level with. I just think it was just absolutely disgusting. And I think certain things, like now looking back in hindsight, certain things that were done to me just look disgusting. It just looks like, let me just tell a juicy story so that I could get on docs, so that I could get on, show series. And it's like literally people are trying to cash in on a Vic card. Y'all know that Vic ideology where let me see who could get down to the bottom first, and let me go through a real messed up situation with a celeb for a payday. Like, are people really concerned about this girl and her mental state and things that she has gone through? Because all I see right now is somebody coming after a blogger for just talking about things that's already on audio, the interviews that they've already done themselves, and things that she's already said. Like, if they had a problem with things that TK has said about them in the past, this is not anything new. I just think that this is crazy. At a time where, like I said, somebody supposedly, because Patreon shut down that mysterious Joy page, okay? So if somebody is impersonating your daughter, why are you not more concerned about that? You feel what I'm saying? Why are you not more concerned about that instead of being concerned about TK voicing her commentary and opinions? Because that's really all of what it is. People that give commentary are giving their opinions. Now, she gave her opinion on the situation, or she gave her opinion. It hasn't changed from her initial opinion of things. Because, I mean, let me read to y'all what's going on over here on the TMZ page and what they're saying, right? They talking about defamation. So they say that Joy's parents, they taking action, or they making, saying words. They trying to get themselves prepared. And they saying to sue TK over the Patreon, that whole Patreon situation with audio and audio recordings. But when I watched TK's video, she never really to me claimed that she knew for sure that they were responsible for that. Also, she said that that's just her opinion. It was just her opinion. She was like, I don't know, but I'm like, it's basically, I don't know, but it's kind of mighty funny that, this person need money. This person, this is the real page. And it's wild to me. So I feel like the public should put maybe, I would say the public should really ask maybe the authorities to find out who was behind that page. Because I don't really see why that would be your goal unless you was trying to silence somebody from talking about something, or you was in fear of something coming out about that. Because I didn't really hear her say concretely that they was responsible for that. She said she didn't have any proof of that. I heard her say on the video TK I'm talking about that she didn't have any proof of that. I also heard her say, she didn't know who was the owner of the page, but it's looking mighty kind of sus, certain actions that was, that led up to the page. That's what I heard on the video. So it just was odd to me. And like I said, it's just odd to me, too, that if a person is going through, voicing and bearing their soul, if that was, supposedly supposed to be joy, why would you not be focused on that? Why be focused on a blogger and somebody's opinion of a situation? You get what I'm saying? So this is what they're saying, y'all. This was posted at 10:11 a.m. and I think this is Pacific time, 11/30/2019. And it says K's girlfriend Joy might not be behind that bogus Patreon account, but her parents don't want anyone claiming they started it either, and they're ready to basically take action over it. All right. So y'all know TS and his wife they say they sent I guess they got a cease and desist letter earlier this week to blogger TK, claiming she's been defaming the couple with several social media posts regarding K, Joy, and her family. So y'all can read the post. Y'all can read the letter. They got the letter on here. I'm not going to go through all of that. But it says in the letter that was obtained by, TMZ, Tim and them say that TK made utterly false statements regarding basically, they talking about, those substances, the substance, when she was talking about Tim's wife and, certain substances that, I don't know about anything about that. I don't have no first-hand knowledge about that. And basically, a black box full of audio recordings, and basically the claims the parents created the Patreon account. They say purportedly owned by Joycelyn. So I'm just reading this, getting the overview. I don't think she said that they created the thing. She just said that it looks suspicious, like, maybe they could have, but she didn't have no proof of that. She couldn't really concretely say that they did. It just kind of looked suspect that at the time certain things was going down. Also, it says you'll recall that Patreon shut the account down after a series of posts seemed to reveal that K's, K and claims being made against K, y'all know. And it just was very negative regarding K and his relationship with Joy. And they said, however, Patreon said it could not confirm that Joycelyn was the account holder. They say, meanwhile, Tasha claimed on her YouTube channel she believed that Joy's parents were behind the account. So that's what they're saying. But I think she said I could point y'all in the direction, but she said that she ain't had no proof. But she could point you in the right, paint a picture and point you in the direction of what she felt, though. So I don't know about that part. Because I kind of, I watched the video just like everybody else watched the video. And she is not the only blogger that been suspicious of this family. It's been many bloggers that say they feel like this family is just out to be famous. That's their main goal and objective. But that's simply an opinion. I don't think that that's defamation. Now, as far as the whole substances with TS and his wife, I don't know. That could be looked at as defamation if you don't have no proof of that. But I don't know. So they also go on to say that the ATL blogger also posted what she claims is an audio recording of Joy's dad talking to K's team and saying K can have his daughter. So I mean those are audio recordings of TS. That is what he's saying. So she basically, those recordings have been out there. And it is him in fact saying that, just like other interviews that people can go and look at and make their own conclusion of this family on their own. People could look at, certain actions of the family and come to their own conclusion about what they feel this family is about. That's their, that's right, their right and freedom of speech. Now, all the other stuff, like the personal stuff, like, if the lady is, doing different stuff, I don't know about that. And I feel like that if they don't have no proof of that, that could be looked at as defamation. But the other stuff, I didn't really hear. I don't know. Did y'all hear TK say that they was concretely responsible for that? Or she just said that's, it's in her opinion that it's kind of swaying. Like it's looking suspicious, because that's what I heard. I kind of heard her say that she ain't had no proof. I heard her say that several times. But, she said I could point you in a direction. She ain't necessarily say that, she knew 100% who was responsible for that page. Also, they say as they reported that TK is already in there's some issues, y'all know, with Cardi B and that whole situation. We ain't gonna go down memory lane. Excuse me, I said memory name. Memory lane, y'all. Excuse me. This is getting wild, y'all, because I'm looking at the comments on this post that TMZ got up, and I'm laughing. So, okay, it says that TS's And TS and Families Counsel, Gerald, y'all know Gerald, says TK statements are defamation per se, in that they depict his clients as, you know, engaging in, you know, I guess fraud activity that violates civil and you know, different laws. Okay, so basically Joy's folks want TK to take down all the posts containing the you know, the statements, the defamatory statements, and pay their attorney. If she doesn't, you know, a lawsuit will be coming. But this is my thing. I always used to ask the question, right? I used to ask y'all if, because, you know, K and his supporters and his team would always say that people was putting out defamatory statements and K would never take action against the people. Because I'm like, it's been mad people saying stuff and he hasn't taken action against these people. And I think a part of the reason why is because if in fact you do go to you know, a gathering, right, and it gets to a situation like that and things get into discovery and that sort of thing, the truth very well might come out. So I don't know if that's necessarily gonna be a good thing, you know, because you might get what you asked for. You know, truth, everything that's done in the dark comes to the light. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that, you know, the parents, it was responsible for that Patreon. I think people are definitely suspicious of them due to the fact of the matter that, you know, like I said, it was jingles being put out or singles being promoted, and at a time where supposedly your daughter is bearing her soul to the world, you going back and forth with a blogger. Two, at a time that somebody is supposedly, because if that was not her, then that means that somebody tried to finesse her identity. So that's another situation that you would be concerned about if you felt that your daughter was in a mental state to where she has gone through so much. The last thing I would do, what I would want, is for somebody to be going around masquerading as my daughter. You feel me? I'm gonna be like, no, we need to find out who did this or whatever, if this is really her, if she's okay, because I don't want nobody to come for her identity. You feel me? Like, I don't want nobody else to take advantage of this situation in no type of way. Like, I'm not having that. That's what I would do as a parent. You feel what I'm saying? If it was me. Not be going back and forth with a blogger who has not said nothing different than what she been saying. Like, TK has been saying that she was not in support of some of these particular families because she felt like, you know, some of these people just was off, and, you know, probably was all good with K being around their daughters and all of that. You feel me? So now she has went hard on certain families, but she didn't really go hard on, you know, TS and them, like how other bloggers was going hard on TS and them, because it was people that was in the YouTube streets, honey. They just don't believe them folks. They was tearing them folks up, and that's just what they was doing. So I feel like I don't think people should be wasting, you know, our tax dollars with stupidity. Like, you know, if people are gonna say whatever, but it's just like people are gonna think what they think about that Patreon thing. And that's what it is what it is. Now, as far as if somebody is saying that you doing substances and stuff like that, then yeah, that's defamation. But I didn't hear that lady definitely say that them folks was responsible for that. Like, I just didn't hear that. Like, I mean, am I tripping, y'all? Did y'all hear her say that? Because I definitely did not hear that lady say that. I feel like she said she didn't know for sure, but she kind of felt like it. But a feeling like it is not saying that y'all did that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's somebody accusing or concretely saying you did it. Like, somebody saying that I'm suspicious, but I don't have no proof is not saying that you did that. Now, as far as, like I said, the substance type of thing, that's one thing. But everything else is like, yo, if you're going to be, first of all of their pages got public figure on there. You feel me? So if you're going to be doing interviews and stuff like that, the public is going to scrutinize everything that you say and do. That's just a part of that. And I think that's the problem. Like, people, they want to be public figures and they want to try to control narratives. But if you a public figure, I get, you don't want to have nobody telling no tales on you. But understand, when you go around doing interviews, even La Policia tell you everything you do or say can and will be used against you. So that applies to the to public opinion too. Like, everything that you do and put out, folks is gonna critique and criticize that. So that audio recordings is his own words. Somebody saying that they record people is not far-fetched when they release recordings out from them recording people. Like, I just don't understand. I don't get why they coming for her, other than the fact that them the substance things. But she's not the only person who has said that. Another family family of other daughters that dated K has said that the lady was doing stuff like that. So I feel like if they didn't check the original person or source of that, then how are you coming for a blogger who may have took that as an original source, because you didn't check the person who originally put that out there about you. So I kind of feel like it's a reach. I feel like it's a reach. I don't understand, like, if you on audio saying certain stuff, people can make whatever assumption about you. You can't really stop that. As far as, like I said, that, like, the substance stuff, okay, like, if you don't have no evidence of that, then yeah, that is defamation. But everything else, like, how is that far-fetched for people to believe that they record people and they play recordings all the time that they record of other people? Like, they put up recordings on their channel on YouTube. So it's like, we would not know all of this girl personal business, like, her and gifts you don't want to receive and stuff. We got all that information from the parents constantly doing interviews and ripping and running this place and that place in front of the camera. And that's all I'm saying. Like, people putting their kids on beam is how we know all of this. You feel me? And I feel like it's certain things that if you really love your daughter, then you would not put that out to the public. But if you trying to, use her story to kind of make millions, then yeah, you're going to be trying to tell them juicy details, because you're going to be trying to shop to different networks. Like, what do he know about that? The only problem is them networks, they don't want other people saying that about the person, because then that's, they liable for certain stuff. So to me, it's bad, y'all. It's real bad. And that leads me to believe, y'all, that would have been the purpose on why somebody would try to finesse Joy's identity, because I'm not saying TS and them, I'm talking about the mindset of whoever did that. The mindset would be, okay, she have to be the one telling the story, because that's where the money is. People don't really want to hear from all these other folks no more. They really like, girl, bye, boy, bye. We don't want to hear from you. They either want to hear from the girl, Asri, or they want to hear from Joy. That's the only two people they want to hear from. Like, people don't really care about the parents doing interviews at this point, because it's so past that at this point. Not to say that they opinions and views don't matter about the situation, but it's past that. K is already, where he's at. He's being dealt with. Due process is happening. And now it's just like, people kind of just want to hear from the source's mouth. You feel what I'm saying? They want to hear from them girls what happened. Because you had the parents saying all day long, they certain stuff was happening, and now that K is where he's at, the girl has still not returned home. So to me, in my mind, the reason that Joy didn't return home could be because maybe the parents have been way too vocal about her personal business. Anything could be the reason. She maybe not doesn't want you know, cameras in her face, and maybe she's not ready to talk to the public. Who knows? So it definitely made me believe that because she's still there, that's why it was the number one reason why I felt like that was not her Patreon. Because somebody who was ready to talk, they would be kind of getting, you know, getting their feet wet on social media and not just jumping to no Patreon and stuff like that. Like, why would somebody who been off the internet in seclusion for 4 years know about Instagram promo prices, cash apps, Patreon and tiers? All that stuff is Instagram influencer and social media influencer on YouTube type stuff that somebody would know about. So I'm just putting that out there. All of that is stuff that somebody who is influencer minded or somebody that want to be famous would know. You feel what I'm saying? Like how to finesse being on social media. So I'm just, it's sad to me that the girl is not the main focus at this time. That people got time to, you know, address people having their personal opinion about stuff. But it's like, we still have not seen you ask, like, you know, why haven't these people, they done teamed up with people to get all this started. Why didn't they team up with somebody to find out who impersonated their daughter's identity? That's my question. That's the only question I have. You feel me? I don't really see why they coming for TK. We gonna see how all of this goes. I'm definitely gonna update y'all when they update the news and stuff like that, and I'm gonna give my opinion on it. I definitely feel like certain people is maneuvering very fame seeking, and you know, like I said, my number one concern was basically the young ladies being, you know, straight and at peace and getting back to their life health in a healthy way and bringing awareness to that. Because like I said, young, I would say melanated women, they do not have a voice when that happens. And I'm glad that, you know, things is getting back to normal for some of them. And also, I'm happy that Kay is getting, you know, due process and things is going on that end. But all these other people trying to walk red carpets and do stuff like that, like, their time is up with that. They 15 and they 15 minutes of fame and their time is up with that. I think people really is starting to see through the you know, the BS and stuff that people is doing, and people are starting to see things for what it really is. And I think that's why people mad out here in these streets. It's King Brittany Chanel. I hope y'all enjoyed my commentary on this. Definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. You know, welcome to the channel, all my new subbies, and you know, for my day one subbies, much love to y'all, blessings, and I will see y'all soon on the next video. Come shop with me now at my Teespring store, King Brittany Chanel Couture. I provide custom apparel and so much more for an affordable price. We have items like leggings, t-shirts, and hoodies. So thank you for shopping, and I hope that you enjoy. Hey honeys, thank you for watching my video, and if you haven't, definitely make sure you check out my Teespring, King Brittany Chanel Couture, where you can find my latest merch. I upload a lot of new designs frequently, so definitely make sure you check it out. We have mugs, we have wall tapestries, canvas art, pillows, fleece blankets, apparel, and so much more. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all on my next video.